Hi, I talk about renal physiology. Renal physiology is the study of the physiology of the kidney. The main function of the kidney is the regulation of the internal environment through excretion of water and metabolites. Renal physiology.
One of the primary functions of the kidney is better understood at the level of the nephron. In forming urine, the nephron functions to remove metabolic wastes from blood while regulating the volume and composition of body fluids. Urine formation begins in the renal corpuscle, where blood passing through the glomerulus is filtered. Filtrates include water, ions, and other solutes, which are filtered out of the blood and into the capsular space to begin urine formation. Urine passes into the proximal convoluted tubule, then into the nephron loop. The nephron concentrates urine by the process of the countercurrent multiplication system. The countercurrent multiplication system is basically the means by which water and sodium are extracted from the filtrate as it passes through the tubules toward the collecting ducts. This system is called countercurrent because of the dynamics set up by the hairpin turn of the loop of Henle. The direction of flow in the descending limb of the loop is opposite from the direction of flow in the ascending limb. By flowing in opposite directions in such close proximity, a unique interaction occurs. The loop of Henle dips from the cortex of the kidney into the medulla and is surrounded by the medullary interstitial fluid. The countercurrent multiplication system is responsible for not only elevating the concentration of urine in the loop, but more importantly, it elevates the concentration of the interstitial fluid as well. To explain the countercurrent multiplication system, we must first imagine the loop filled with a stationary column of glomerular fluid, which includes water, salt, and urea. At first, the concentration of the glomerular fluid and the surrounding interstitial fluid will be equal at an osmolarity of 300 milliohms.
Application in medicine. Have adequate water intake. Don't eat food high in sodium or potassium poor. Don't drink alcohol to excess. Don't take drugs without medical prescription. And
and this is how to keep kidneys healthy longer by eating the right foods. Our kidneys play a vital role in the removal of waste and water from our blood to create urine. To keep that filtration system healthy means drinking lots of water as well as eating the right foods. So here we have red bell peppers, cabbage, onions, and all different colors of cabbage actually. And what do these foods have in common? They're low potassium foods. Low potassium foods such as these are great for supporting kidney health longer. You can certainly eat them raw in crudités, saute them up, and add them to different dishes. And that would just be great for you. Water is also an important key in keeping your kidneys healthy. So flushing water into your body constantly is fantastic. We are made up of more than 75% water, our bodies. So dehydration is definitely a factor, and keeping kidneys healthy longer means drinking lots of fresh water as well. Add some beautiful fresh sliced lemon. Add some fresh cucumbers. That will help you drink more, be refreshed, and really add some good nutrition into your body.
advantage or disadvantage. Advantage. Allow the excretion of toxic substance and substance that the body no longer needs. Maintain stable blood pressure. And disadvantage. May have diluted urinary excretion and lot of solutes are concentrated in the body. May there be concentrated excretion of urine, leaving the body less concentration of solute and more water.
Pressure. And why is it important? Plus, how does our body maintain blood pressure? Well, in this video, we will go through all three of those questions. kidneys. So another special function of the kidneys is, besides filtration, is to maintain blood pressure. This is through a process called the renin-angiotensin system. Renin-angiotensin 2 system, to be specific. First, blood pressure is defined as the pressure of blood as it is applied to the walls of blood vessels when the heart contracts. Blood pressure is important to homeostasis in the body, or balance, because it helps the body, 1, maintain temperature, and 2, proper delivery of nutrients to the body. So how does this work? Well, let's start with the kidneys. The kidneys depend solely on blood pressure for helping it filter blood. So the kidneys conveniently control one of the switches, so to speak, of lowering or raising the blood pressure. So step 1, when the blood pressure is low, the kidneys release a substance called renin. Step 2, renin causes the production of a chemical known as angiotensin 2 through this cascade of reactions. And in step 3, angiotensin 2 causes the constriction of blood vessels. So I will put an arrow whereby constriction means the lessening of the diameter in the blood vessels. And when the blood vessels are constricted, the blood pressure rises.
And disease: nephrolithiasis, hypertension, metabolic acidosis, and alkalosis by excess hydrogen and decrease.
If oxygen is cut off, glucose is still broken down into its waste product, pyruvate. However, this energy is inadequate for cellular function. This step is only temporary and cannot continue indefinitely without cellular damage. Moreover, without oxygen, the pyruvate cannot be converted to carbon dioxide, but rather is converted to lactic acid. If oxygen is not restored, lactic acid builds up in the blood and tissues, lowering the pH of both. The pH scale is the measurement of acidity in the blood or tissues. It should be noted that this scale is a scale of inverse relationships, meaning the greater the lactic acid buildup, the lower the number on the pH scale. The pH level of blood is normally between 7.3 and 7.4. If it goes much higher, it becomes alkaline, much lower, and it becomes acidic. The liver attempts to reverse the cycle by turning lactic acid back into pyruvate or glucose. However, when it cannot keep up, the blood becomes acidic.
Serve our body by filtering our blood and removing waste products and regulating fluid levels. The kidneys produce urine to help remove these waste products. The main parts of the kidney consist of the capsule,